And he was walking in the temple. The chief priests and scribes and the elders came to him, and they said to him, "By what authority are you doing these things? Or who gave you this authority to do them?" It is Friday, the 29th day of July 2022. Clive Walsh here, encouraging you to sit still for a little bit, or if you're unable to, just listen carefully and take in the devotional thought for today and watch what the Spirit of God will do in applying it to our lives. And it is entitled Embracing Interference. That's Embracing Interference. And the verses today, Mark chapter 11, verses 27 and 28, and it reads, "And he was walking in the temple. The chief priests and scribes and the elders came to him, and they said to him, 'By what authority are you doing these things? Or who gave you this authority to do them?'" Mark chapter 11, verses 27 and 28. Alistair Begg writes, "None of us likes someone else interfering in our business. When someone insists on our attention or demands our obedience, we instinctively respond negatively. Generally speaking, we don't want people to tell us what to do, least of all in spiritual matters. It is always tempting to buy into the notion, particularly popular in our day, that our spirituality is no one's business, a personal matter to be known only to us. In reading the Gospels, then we may become distinctly unsettled as it becomes clear that Jesus interferes in our lives. Yes, it's for our good, but nonetheless, he interferes. Indeed, in his autobiography, C.S. Lewis refers to Jesus as the transcendental interferer. From the beginning of Jesus' ministry, people recognized that he spoke with authority. Mark chapter 1, verses 22 and 27. He said things in such a way that they couldn't be sidestepped or simply dismissed, but they could be resisted and rejected. His authoritative teaching became a thorn in the religious leaders' side, and they began to oppose Jesus, soon plotting to kill him as they would not have to open up their spiritual lives to him. Like the religious leaders, we often prefer a personal spirituality that is molded by our agenda and lifestyle. This is what I believe, this is what I hold to, this is what we've always done, and this is our tradition. Jesus comes crashing into those notions, turning everything upside down, taking man-made values and upending them. In fact, in the end of Jesus' earthly ministry, he declared that all authority had been given to him. Matthew chapter 28, verses 18 and 19. He doesn't share that authority with anyone. Our spiritual lives are, in fact, his business. We bow down before his authority and we embrace him as Lord and Savior now. Or one day we will bow down before him and meet him solely as our judge. Adding Jesus to a little corner of our existence is easy and non-intrusive. It's another thing entirely to allow the transcendental interferer to take over every aspect of our lives and command from us complete obedience. His perfect authority is an issue we must consider in every decision we make. So we are faced by the unsettling question, am I living according to my natural desires and rules I have fashioned? Or am I seeking to joyfully submit to my Savior on every day and in every way? It is only when we choose to bow down before Jesus' authority, acknowledging his lordship over our time, our talents, our money, our everything, that we can truly begin to embrace him as Lord and Savior and enjoy knowing him as a friend and a guide. Are you keeping him at arm's length in any way? That is precisely the place where he calls you to let him interfere. It's the place where you have the opportunity truly to treat him as the one who has all authority. He will certainly disrupt your life, but he alone has the right to, and he alone can set you free. A powerful devotional thought today. So many things flashes through my mind. That line in the previous paragraph, We must bow before His authority and embrace Him as Lord and Savior now, or one day we will bow before Him and meet Him solely as our judge. And friend, wouldn't you prefer to bow your hearts, your knees to Him now, and gladly proclaim Him to be Lord? And you can do that by surrendering your heart to Him right now, by confessing your sin, agreeing with Him that you have failed, you've fallen short of His glory, and to ask Him to allow Jesus to come into your heart and to wash you from every sin, to cleanse you, and to cause you to be born again. And truly, He will take control, and you will one day gladly bow, as you will right now, and confess Him to be Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Clive Walsh here, trusting that this devotional thought blessed you. And for those continuing reading through the Scriptures, your assignment today, Psalms 49 and 50, as well as the book of Acts, chapter 20, verses 1 through 16. And may God richly bless you.